doing? You know what I'm saying? Give me some intel, Dad.
Sometimes I like to think when I get on a plane, people think I'm the marshal. You know how there's a marshal on the flight? I come on that bitch, my tattoos are, I'm like, oh, they probably think I'm the marshal.
No, dude. Maybe the Marshall Mellow. Nobody thinks you're the marshal.
They're unheard of.
Schaub was funny. That was the thing. He was always funny. He was always a fun dude to hang out with. He's silly. He's a big, giant, silly dude. You know, he's a good guy.
Listen, you know what? I'm a bad person.
Yeah,
you know why? I used to work. Hey, I used to work at a grocery store, and I got fired. And I used to bag the groceries, and there's a kid with Down syndrome who was bagging them too. And I hated my life and my job there, so I'd grab all the new magazines and candy and donuts, just sit in the bathroom, crumple up the magazines, you know, and just like mess around in there, passing the minutes and the hours.
Yeah.
And then I'd put the magazines back, and finally they had a meeting, and they were like, "Hey, whoever the fuck is ruining the mags and everything, you know, this is a problem. It's someone inside. It's an inside job doing this." And I thought the easy victim would be the kid with Down syndrome.
Oh no!
I think it's Jerry.
You had just outed yourself as a terrible person.
Man. No, but
oh my God! I'm afraid I can't do this podcast anymore.
I'm a good guy, man. And he found out I was a fighter, and he had tears in his eyes and was telling me to stop fighting.
Who?
Casey Affleck.
Wow.
He was like, "You don't need to do this, man.
Yeah.
You have so much going for you. You're a smart kid. I see you around."
Was he acting?
He didn't know you. He must have been practicing for a role.
Yep.
I think you have corrected almost entirely your speech impediment.
What are you gonna do? What are you? Dude, come see this. It's called Underwood Lopez. Underwood Family Farm.
I can tell you this. I know you've never been to Staten Island, and I know you've never been to Staten Island.
I'm going to Rhode Island soon.
Yeah, so listen to me. Look at me right now. Never say that again.
Why not? I'd love to see you fight John in Africa. I'd love to see you fight Tyson Fury whenever that happens. I'd love, now that MMA is legalized in France, I'd love to see UFC in France.
Who the hell is John Africa?
But what we did is we got you some chicken sandwiches to celebrate this big win. They're in here. It's tasty.
It's weird though, like I remember seeing this one guy who like cheats on his fucking girl all the time.
And
This
he's
guy
hit
with
on
his
you.
family.
This guy has hit on you.
Yeah, he slid into
He's
my
hit on
DM.
you too.
Like slid into
He's
my
hit on
DM.
you?
Yeah,
Yes,
he's in
you knowing I
everyone's
was
DMs.
with
Like
Bobby.
honestly, you need to.
Did you try to wog Annie Letterman to your truck? No, it doesn't make sense. No. It doesn't make sense. No.
Okay, so then follow up.
Why does it not make sense? Why does that it's her perspective. Well, yeah, I can show it to you. Here's the thing. This is what's interesting. You can explain this however you want. When I notified you guys of the harassment and going back to Tiger Belly, that account stopped posting, took the Tiger Belly email off, and changed it. Never posted again.
Do you know how Reddit works?
Well, we're always fine because you have winter advisory, so our flights were canceled. They want to rebook those. You got Omicron. You have school shutting down. You have businesses worried. It's the perfect storm. So I went, you know what? Yeah. This makes no sense for me to go out there. Well, when you do a club and you don't sell tickets, it's like you can call and complain to your agent, can complain about the club. It comes down to one thing. Like, I've never understand. Justin, like, dude, this, I won't say the name of the comic, like, he just torn to me about not selling tickets. I'm like, doesn't make sense. It's on him. You're your own marketing machine.
And don't think I don't hate myself.
It's literally
don't hate yourself.
It's literally the fan saying, we don't want to see it.
That makes sense. Bye.
How great was Mark Norman?
Oh, he's fantastic.
You know, he gave me the nickname Thick.
I did not know that.
No,
you know him and Sandler are boys now. He's touring with Sandler.
What?
Yeah.
Dang. Here's the thing. People with fast cars, especially big guys with dope cars, the one thing people do, it doesn't matter if you're any of size, they go, how do you fit in that thing? It's like, oh, that's your takeaway from this dope ass car? Jeez, I can't believe you fit in that thing. Yeah, okay. That's the takeaway, huh? Twin turbo Lamborghini, Aventador.
He's racing it.
Is he racing it?
Oh, you know, at the track.
That's not Aventador. That's the smaller one. I can't. Again, it's not even hating on big guys in sports cars. I just can't. I can't believe he fits in there. Like, order a vanilla milkshake. How many calories? And you know what's in milk? Sugar.
Sugar.
Shit
and fat.
They said the murderer brought his own milk because the milk was. They're like, damn. Well, the milk's fresh, and it was the exact milk that he drinks.
Yep.
Doesn't
I
care.
need my milk, also known as my BB. Hot, like old chocolate milk, which he devoured. He just found out about chocolate milk yesterday.
$18. That's just no.
You want the civics of milkshakes? Take your ass to Denny's. Goat's milk?
Have to guess better.
Chicken milk?
Have to guess better.
Ostrich
Animal
milk. Camel milk.
Yes.
There you go. Pregnate them and then they milk them. Something new on that ass. Walnut milk.
I do oat milk. Walnut milk?
Walnut.
I never heard of walnut.
I have walnuts,
milk, though.
fucker. Can you milk me? Yeah. They're delicious.
Yeah?
Walnut milk. You like a nutty milk in your mouth? This is nuttier than almond.
Out with a lot of Mexicans, you drink horchata.
Yeah, that's like.
But you guys can do almond or oat milk, right?
Yeah, those are fine. It's just regular
I don't
dairy.
fuck with
I don't fuck
any
with
milk.
milk.
You don't like
I like oat milk.
I'm not a baby, you know.
Some money.
I would trade my friends to get their strawberry milk. It's awesome. Would always slip me a strawberry milk, an extra strawberry milk. I'd be like, thanks, bitch.
First of all, milk has an I in it as the second letter. It's not M-E-L-K. So a strawberry milk is
Milk,
nothing.
dude.
Yeah, bro.
Milk.
You've been drinking milk your whole life.
Dude, I'm from Denver, dude.
Where? Denver, Scotland. You've been drinking milk. Who makes your milk? Guinness.
Dude, you know what? You're jealous because you're fucking.
Oh, you're listening to the
shitty,
Pogues and having
Dude,
some milk.
Your shitty lunch lady never hooked you up with strawberry.
She got.
Because Eric can sing. You took lessons as a kid.
Yeah.
My dad was like, how about you just play tackle football at 4 and get CT instead of singing?
Wow.
Yeah, it's dark. Were your parents, did they have you when you were older?
They had me when I was older. They had me.
Were your parents, did they have you when you were older?
They had me when I was older.
So I won't forget that. And if that bothers you, if it bothers you that I make a joke here, a Bappa reference there, a Dicey reference there, a Chang's reference here, a What Are We Done Here there, if it bothers you that I'll say to Alex Pereira, don't listen to Brendan Schaub, tough noogie. I'm sorry. I'll mention you as much as I want. I suggest you stop mentioning me, or at the very least, just stop taking pot shots. If you want to talk about my show, news broken here, this and that, great. But you sit there and you take these pot shots, and I see it, and I'm not dumb, and I realize it. And so you want to side with these guys, and you want to make it seem like, oh, you know, when they came to me, they didn't ask for money. Well, maybe they didn't ask for money because they realized how stupid they sounded when I fucking said no to them back in November of 2021 because you spoke to them afterwards. Maybe they realized no one was willing to pay. Maybe they realized that they were out of their freaking minds for
that. You don't have kids. You ever seen Shark's Tale?
I know of it. Haven't.
So Shark's Tale, if you've never seen it, it's a kid's movie. Will Smith is in it. He also slaps somebody in that movie as
Legit?
a fish.
Did he actually?
He slaps another fish. Yeah. Yeah. You guys should saw it
after.
Way pre. This is 8 years ago. Yeah, that movie was in hindsight.
How has that not been cut up on social media yet?
I know, yeah. He slaps another fish. And but in that movie, the premise is there's, you know, the great white sharks are basically like the alpha males of the ocean. And then the one great white shark wants to be a dolphin. He wants to like dance and do silly shit. I'm that great white shark. I look like a great white shark, but in my DNA, I'm a dolphin. I'm gay.
They call it all golf or all dolphins?
Yeah, they
gay?
are. They're one of the only gay mammals. Yeah, you know that?
Well, they're all gay.
Not all of them, but
they're
high
just,
percentage, man.
Maybe they're bi.
Yeah. They get timeshares in West Hollywood. It's crazy.
You know, it actually makes sense that that if dolphins are the gayest, they're also like one of the smartest.
Right? Something to think about.
You know what I mean? Is that what we're saying?
Something to think about.
All right.
All right, kids. Dates for me for 2023. They'll be up. I think the only thing we have up right now is Tampa. That's the end of January. So get your tickets at thickboy.com right now.
Oh, look at this. Way more than Tampa.
But we're doing a big announcement. So those are just some of them far
Ooh,
away.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you going to do a thing that The Rock does where before there's the announcement, you say like, hey, y'all, I can't tell you what it is now, but, and you're basically hyping up the announcement
That's
itself?
what I just did.
But you got to do it with energy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I got a big announcement.
Well, no, on social media, I'll do that.
You'll clip this. Here's what you do. You look to camera.
Yes.
All right. You're going to go a little tight and you're going to do eye energy. And the way you get people in is you go, "What's up, everybody? My name's Rick Glassman, and I got something super exciting to tell you about." Now I can't, like
Yeah, now
quiet.
you have to sing. Wait.
Let me see you try that because you could just clip it here. Just get it out of the way.
Okay.
Go ahead.
With that energy.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, everybody? Brendan Schaub. I have a great announcement, but you gotta wait.
Well, that's good.
Okay.
That's good.
Well, I don't want to overstay my welcome, so thanks for having me.
I don't know if it's a bad look because everyone was matched up. They weren't giving anybody. He's like, dude, give me fucking Diego. He just won. And Danny's like, I can't do that.
Why wouldn't he ask for Nate Diaz? That's the
That
fight.
fight. No, it's not the fight. You're a casual. That's not the fight.
Yeah.
You're such a casual. Cerrone's a little older. And then fights Dustin Poirier, and the number 2 lightweight in the world. Like that's not the move, man. His team should have been smart about it.
What do you think they should have done?
Fought Nate Diaz, the trilogy, get that win. Hope his chances of winning that fight are way better than beating Dustin Poirier, this fucking dog who's been in the game and lives, eats, and sleeps fucking in the lightweight division. Should have fought another guy who's had time off. He wants to go out fighting, so we have this back and forth. And he was vaping. He goes, "My doctor said these. He smoked cigarettes. He goes, my doctor said these are actually better for you." I go, "They're not." He goes, "How do you know?" I go, "Fucking Google it, dude. They're not." He goes, "Really?" I go, "No." He fucking threw in the trash. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. In our relationship, he probably hates me to this day if he even remembers me. He's vaping. I go, "Oh, you know those are worse for you than cigarettes." Oh. And he goes, "What the fuck you just say?" I go, You know the vape's actually worse for you than cigarettes." He goes, "Who told you that?" "Oh, it's just what they say." He's like, "Who says that?" I'm like, "Oh, fuck, dude."
Wow.
And he's like, "My doctor says better. This is why he told me to start vaping." I'm like, "But I don't think it is." And he's like, "All right, man," and then just walked off. Never talked to him again.
But Bren, thank you for being here, man. Appreciate it.
Of course, man.
Yeah, it's pretty badass to have you sitting next to me. And I do want to ask, I've hounded you to try to, invite you on this podcast, and you graciously said yes. Was there anything in particular that interested you? Because I feel like usually when people have a willingness to do it, maybe there's some interest in the conversation, a loss, or whether it's experience or fascination.
None of that. I'm open-minded to all topics. So obviously the title of your show, I knew it was going to be about death and stuff like that, which is I'm always down to talk about. So many people helped me out when I was coming up, so I give back. That's just my thing to do. I don't know if you have one listener or 700 million. I don't know. I don't care. So many people helped me out coming up. So many people. So it's what I do, man.
Oh, really, dude?
But
it wasn't money.
But those old school days are still around. It's like, I'm in San Antonio and we've sold a shit ton of tickets. Like, "Oh, can you do this Spurs only podcast?" And I told my brother, I'm like, "Ask him how many listeners gets." Like, "We get like 800. I'm like, 800,000? Like, no, like 800 people. I'm like, "Well, no, I can't do that."
Yeah. No.
That doesn't make sense. It's a waste of my time.
No. That's exactly right.
Like a mental, savage
I like what he
outlier.
says about.
Such an outlier amongst outliers. He's like such an outlier amongst outliers. He was like an outlier amongst outliers. He's such an outlier.
For me,
he's such an
that's what you're
outlier.
saying, Jeremy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's such an outlier because he's such an outlier. Like outliers, he's an extreme outlier.
Yeah.
Like such an outlier. "Won't you be my neighbor?" Did Mr. Rogers drink on the show? He sure did. It was just off air. He was hammered 90% of the time. He was a sniper in the military, like one of the most decorated snipers.
What?
Dude was a savage. Yeah, dude. You didn't know that either, huh, Mark? Murder. Yeah, beast. Rogers, the host of internationally acclaimed TV show for children, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, served as a Navy SEAL, Marine Scout sniper during the Vietnam War. Ever heard of it? With a large number of confirmed kills.
You have to state is false. Mr. Rogers never served. Maybe that's like an urban legend then.
Nah, dude. That's real. See, we'll get started with the show after this one. Mr. Rogers was not a Navy SEAL or Scout Marine sniper. This is a great urban legend, 21st century. The rumors that Mr. Rogers, the host of an internationally acclaimed TV show, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, served as a Navy SEAL, Marine Scout sniper during the Vietnam era with a large number of confirmed kills. We have to state it's false. Mr. Rogers never served in the military. After another rumor, Mr. Rogers always wore long sleeve clothes to conceal tattoos of all his kills. Yeah, dude, he had like a skull. He had like, the hardcore. Dude, this thing's full of shit.
This is NavySeals.com.
The facts. This is NavySeals.com.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Well, maybe somebody hacked their page. Firstly,
probably.
Mr. Rogers was born in 1928. This at the time the USA involvement in Vietnam conflict was too old to enlist in the U.S. Navy. Yeah, but because if he was born in 28, Vietnam was what, 72, and then what, 75? Yeah, he's gonna be too old. Conclusion: from the above obvious reasons mentioned above, dumbass, Mr. Rogers could have never served in the military. He was purposely choosing to wear long sleeve clothes because he had KKK tattoos. Wow, interesting. No, it doesn't say that. Keep his clothes. No, he's trying to keep his clothes.
Just to be formal. Yeah.
Surprising nobody called him Fred, and he wanted to keep it that way. Interesting. His name was Frederick Rogers. Fred Rogers. Wow. The more you know, dude. We didn't have internet when I was a kid. We just didn't have internet. Won't you be my neighbor?
You bomb all the time.
Yeah,
It's
there
not-
should be a comment.
It's not
I
good.
remember me and Bert were talking. I think it was on his podcast. He goes, yeah, me and Tom realized that you're really going to do this comedy thing because we're at the store in the back and you were bombing.
Oh.
And I was like, what? And he goes, and then we came back and you're like, oh, God. I was like, yeah, shit happens, man.
We said that?
Yeah, that's what Bert said.
He's an exaggerator.
Yeah.
don't
I don't
I'm sure it was a rough night, though. There's
Maybe.
rough nights, man.
You'll see someone with shit material, but people are like, oh, they're in this movie or they did this show, and you know who they are. We don't need to name them. And even at the comedy store, you'll see them. They'll pop in, and they're sandwiched between real comics. You're like, oh, you.
Oh, and sometimes when those now that like we know what we're doing and know what I'm looking at, when I see like those like a celebrity comic pop in, I'm like, you're gonna eat shit on
You're
this
gonna eat
show,
shit. And I can't wait to watch.
Hey, I'm gonna
I'm gonna sit around for this.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure you see me
Yeah, me
after
too.
your set, so you know I saw it too.
Yeah, so you know.
Yeah.
And then I just go by and go, oh,
Yeah.
tough, dude.
Yeah. No, I was out
Did you
there.
see
man.
Tom though? They like Tom. That's weird.
It was. It's funny too because like you realize that you can end up like that, meaning that you can end up being like, well, if I'm known enough, you can like get away with it. You
It's
know,
so short lived though.
it's so short lived. Then you have to ask like, because I would always try to go like, am I writing better material?
Correct.
You know, and like that's usually a thing that only you can really answer.
Yep.
You know, and it sometimes it makes you have like tough conversations with yourself, but it's ultimately good. I mean,
you have to.
There's kind of like a parallel in a way with like athletics in that way, right?
It's
where
pretty
you're like,
black and white.
Yeah, where you're like, am I?
Yeah, and am I? If you're a quarterback, it's like, am I scoring enough touchdowns, winning games?
Yeah,
And
am I
as a
winning
comic,
games?
It's like, are they laughing? Am I selling tickets?
Yeah.
Well, no, or they didn't laugh at this. Well, it's pretty black and white.
Yeah, and
There's
you can
no gray.
You can choose. That's the thing. Is one of those things where you can choose to be as delusional as you want to be, and we see right in front of us the delusional people. I mean, you have small delusions to yourself. We all do all the time. Where you'll be, like a joke is just kind of a half-assed joke, and you'll just be like, I just won't work on that.
Yeah,
like
you won't
just
go-
you'll
you
just
know-
you'll know it sucks.
You're like, there's more there.
Yeah, and I'll be like, but that
That's
would take
good enough.
effort.
Yeah, I know.
So then you just and then one day you're like, that joke fucking, and then you finally.
He's got to try. I had a business manager at the Sue. He'd be like, I was buying this Bentley, and I had no business buying this Bentley, a Bentley SS coupe, and I wanted special edition, so sick. And I called him like, hey, it's a lot of money, man. And he's like, do it. You deserve it. Do it.
What?
Don't feel any way about it. Do it.
Whoa.
I called my brother. He's like, you're an idiot. Who's your business manager? Sure enough, that dude just didn't pay taxes for 3 years.
Come on.
He just, we had to sue him. Yeah. Found out he can't count. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Struggles
bad for a
counting.
money guy.
Oh, it was awful.
Well, because he's the kind of money guy that knows that people that have money are idiots. That's what it was.
Also, dude, you're an athlete at heart,
Yeah.
and you
No, I'm
spend.
not. No, I'm not.
Because athletes go like this. Give me that.
Yeah.
Athletes go like this. I take 5.
Yeah.
Oh, and comics are so smart
They
with their
are,
money.
bro.
Yeah, we're frugal because we had to struggle.
Oh, I don't care about this conversation. I just realized. I'm out. It's boring.
What do you mean you're out?
I'm bored. Hey, I don't really care about this conversation. How about that?
Hey,
I realize as I'm speaking,
let me take
I
over.
don't give a fuck.
Let me take over. I farted,
And that's fine.
I farted on the plane.
There you go.
Dude, wow.
Now for that,
I'm in.
I'm all in,
Now
dude.
we're back in.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's like because you can't go anywhere, But it was like one of those ones where you think, oh, this is not going to stink.
Oh, and that's a heater.
You know, but like not.
You don't really
instantly.
ever know, though, do you?
You don't ever
no,
know. Panties?
No, I mean,
What are you in a frat?
Little Christmas humor for you guys.
Dude, I wear straight up whitey tighties.
You do
Whitey tighties, not white because
right
streaks, right? So I always go dark.
Well, that's kind of why they
Well,
call you
so
Big
you're
Brown.
saying you have.
They call you Big Brown.
So you have
because of
shit streaks on your fucking underwears?
Maybe, dude.
It's
You know, if
gross.
they're white, but white,
I don't
impossible.
know. Yeah, I don't have
You know
white
who doesn't
underwear.
wear underwear? Mark Harley.
Yeah, I believe it.
No underwear,
I
no
believe it.
socks.
You don't wear underwear?
He's a free spirit.
We talked
I
about
like-
he told you
no,
not to
Yeah, but
mention
then you
it.
wear jeans. It feels like you're just rubbing. That just ugh.
When you say that, that's a compliment. That's such a compliment. It's the same thing. I've had people go, Schaub doesn't write his jokes. There's no way. They come to the show, and then Mark tells me, yeah, this guy, thinks you have someone writing your jokes. I'm like, damn, that's a compliment, dude. They think, what do they think? Chris Rock write them? Chris Rock write them? Chris Rock write them? Who's writing them? I'm like, oh, man, that's dope. I'm never like, what? That's ridiculous. No, dude. Hell yeah, man. Fuck yeah. You think somebody else is doing that? That's dope, dude. That's great. That means it's a good show. It was so good. You think somebody else is writing it. Hell yeah, dude. This is great. This is fantastic. So with Jake, same thing. Exact same.
But I'll keep it for her, and then I'll get you a double. So whoever got that, I was going to say
Nice.
it might not be your size. So, yeah, I got you.
Going to Rachel. She
Yep.
loves hoodies.
And then I'll give you a double X.
Thank you.
Nice.
She's gonna love. Oh, I love it.
She's going to have to get
I
thick.
haven't seen her yet since I got back.
Oh, wow. A little gift for you.
You guys go ahead.
But the problem is you're going to shit your pants when you get home, Eric.
It's okay. Use the Thick Boy merch to wipe it.
Yeah.
But hold on a second. How did it come out? Like, how did they
The
Parents.
boy's mother ended up finding it.
Fucking
finding
haters.
it? What do you mean? It
Haters.
Snapchat goes away, right? How they?
He probably saved it. You can screen record. Take
Talk about you. College football, how'd that go? How'd NFL go? How did fighting go? How did comedy go? How did podcasting go? How did TV go? Did you achieve your goals? Did you realize your dreams? Did you make it to the top? But how did those gigs go? And how are they going now? Don't talk about other people's jobs.
Comedian with the initials BS that wanted me to walk him to his truck. My currency is not money. My currency and where I see value power is in jokes. So I'm rich and you're broke, bitch. So come after me. You got nothing on me, you unfunny piece of shit.
Oh, dude. Okay, go to retardedfaggot.com.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Oh, no. Oh, no, dude.
Do you respect Brendan Schaub as a comedian? You said yes, and the lie detector test determined that was a lie.
4 or 5 days before the huge reveal of the long-awaited Papa Gringo comedy special.
Can I get a truck walk? I'm redacted.
I married a Mexican, y'all.
Hey, Boo. We just wanted to let you know that we are super proud of you. I'm dying.
You son of a bitches. I can't believe you guys put that together. Jigga. Lopez. Oh, shit. I can't fucking talk. All right. Listen up, everybody. This has been rated the worst comedy special of all time. It's just not Netflix. And so keeping that in mind, I've released a new director's cut. I've written this comedy special for all the homeless cats over at the Fighter and the Kids subreddit. Hey, amigos, get away from the kitchen in P.F. Chang's. Are you listening? All right, let's do it. Every Tuesday, a very short man named Joe Rogan gives me a blowjob. Joe Rogan is a fucking short, redacted man. He's been hiding his actual real sexuality for many years. Joe Rogan is short as shit. Dicey. Have you seen Joe Rogan on his podcast? His chair is jacked up all the way so he's actually just standing. What an absolute midget. Joe was such a skinny Hollywood twink that he took all the steroids to get bigger but ended up with a giant head instead. That giant-headed so-called comedian is just not funny at all. When Joe Rogan's not still fucking, he never understands when his podcast guests are making a joke, ever. So Spotify paid Joe Rogan millions of dollars, but he still dresses like the people on Skid Row that he hates so much. What the fuck is it with his badly fitting clothes? What else you got, Chin? All right, only 50 people in the world can beat Joe Rogan in a fight. No, seriously, that's exactly what the 5'3" midget said. All right, let's sum up Joe Rogan then. He pretends he's a fighter, but he has never competed on the grand stage. He's a comedian, but he is not funny. His podcast is just him talking repeatedly about monkeys and gorillas. His UFC commentating is just trash. And Joe Rogan is not smart in his 5'3". I can't understand why people listen to him. Maybe a shut-ex. Jay? This year we found out that Brian Callen is a rapist. Brian might say he's a big bad rapist. Some might even say the biggest. After being canceled for being a big rapist, Brian got eyelid surgery. That's fine, man. He's old, I get it. But then he leaves his wife and kids to live with a girl that is half his age. She has a giant forehead and is not attractive. Yeah, in LA, they call this girl 5. She's 5 out of 10 in LA. She airbrushes her photos with him so people don't see his wrinkles and figure out that he's old as shit. Brian Callen has destroyed his life for this girl. All right, man, I'm in too deep now. I can't walk away, so we better go deeper. I've got an Asian intern called Kat, and she's selling her feet pics on OnlyFans. But there's a big problem with that. It's just that her feet, brother, they're ugly as shit. It's not good, man. Every time I see a post about it, I feel physically sick. My wife is Mexican. She thinks she's a businesswoman because she sells secondhand shit and makes no profit at all. All right, guys, I've had enough of this. The big redacted line is all my drugs ready for me now. Make sure you buy my Shit Thick Boy t-shirts. My life is Blockbuster. See you later. I'm Les Katz, God bless. John Africa.
Let's go, Chabot!
Hey.
Yeah, thank you.
You guys talking about DeSantis
He was-
2024?
no, he was-
Now,
he
now
was-
about DeSantis 2024?
You eating a donut or are you eating cheese?
Well, whatever it is, you sound exactly the same as you do when you don't have that in your mouth.
Come on, Chris. Chris.
Sorry.
Chris, man, don't. He's sensitive about his.
But no, it's okay. But we gotta rib each other. But you
I
sound
kn-
exactly the same. And you
No.
don't have a donut in
No,
it.
Chris, don't.
But you've been practicing.
No, no, man. Listen.
I'm going to ask you again.
Okay.
We're talking about this. They almost died. I was like, oh my God.
You guys are talking about your nipples too.
I would have
No, just
struggle with it.
Casey
Just
said his
Casey.
naples were chafing because he was running so much.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it was
like
so
you-
much fun, though.
Oh, it was.
Doesn't look like that anymore.
I look better now.
I was going to
I'm
say
in
you
better
look
shape now.
You're better
Daddy's
now,
carnivore diet.
dude. You look
I'm
great,
down 20
dude.
pounds.
Dude, I love that you're great, and you got on a fucking raincoat, dude, that has paint on it.
Dude, this thing is so New York, man. When I was walking the streets of Howard,
Yes,
I was just walking down Howard Road, and I felt so artsy.
dude. I know, because here's the thing with you. Here's the
I
thing.
also have a fanny pack, and then I'll say, you let me know because you're Mr. New York. When I was I was wearing this, right? I had tighter jeans on. I get the shoes. I get the fanny pack. I get the diamond necklace and the what? I'm like, am I gonna get beat up? Like,
Yeah. And you, when you look at you, even if I don't know you, you just tell like something's off. Like I look at you and I just see nothing behind the eyes. I'm just like, this guy has been hitting the head a lot. But you do wear women's clothing.
Yes,
that's the thing.
Yeah,
it's
a fine line.
No, but it's not a fine line. It messes me. It's like I'm like looking down. I'm like, I could beat the shit out of Brendan. His ankles are out.
Yeah.
Dude, so I think you keep people on your toes, which is what I like about you.
Yes.
I'm on my toes all the time.
You
Because
don't
I'm
know
like,
what you're
he's
gonna
got
get.
a fanny pack. I'll kill him.
Do you know what's in the fanny pack? You know
What do
what
we
I'm
got
saying?
in there?
Whitney, do you want more drinks? Can we get another drink?
Good bit, Brendan. He thinks he's a fucking comedian now.
You're looking good though.
Thank you. How good?
I mean, like where my voice gets kind of gravelly.
I wish there was a meter of how many times Callan's
Well,
getting
she's
you
so immune
compliments.
to my sexual harassment that she just rolls her eyes. I've been sexually harassing her since I've known you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since
Am
day
I allowed
one.
to tell the story of when you really sexually harassed me?
Yeah.
Oh, I love
don't
that
know
story.
the story. I think
I've heard this.
Yeah.
We didn't hook up, but we were. There was this place called Westwood Brewing Company,
Right.
in Westwood, and it was like this really janky. Adam Hunter used to have
Yes.
a room there, and then you would try to have sex with those 3 drunk college girls.
Sure
It's a
would.
good system.
After I had
Sure would.
after I had bombed in front of them,
El Dirtbag over here.
and then one time we like left. It was like a Tuesday at like. It was only like 7:30, and you were like, "Can I get a ride?" Turn the wheel, like to like look where I was going, and I turned around, and your dick was out.
Hey,
The old peekaboo.
It was one night we kind of got together, and I go, "Look at my dick," and then probably you were driving the car, and that night you were over it, and I was probably like, Maybe I can figure out a way to get a blowjob. So it
Well,
wasn't
when you're,
like that.
but the great thing about you is that, and I don't know if it's to sort of manage if it doesn't work out, but from what I remember of like kind of hooking up with you is that you are really funny about it.
Right.
Like you're not gross about it,
Right.
like some other
Well, I'm not
comics.
gonna be-
Maybe because I had PTSD and I'm dyslexic about it.
I hear that.
But I do think we just like made out like and laughed about it
Yeah.
in my apartment. I was like, get out of my apartment, no seriously.
Yeah.
But
I was for sure trying to have sex with you.
But
I'm
here's
sure.
what I did glean is that you do not hear no a lot.
Yeah.
I do know that.
Yeah.
Or you don't listen to it.
I don't listen to it. Yeah.
You don't take it seriously.
I'm right.
Yeah.
It's
assault.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I think
like I remember being like, oh, I'm just gonna have to have sex with him because he's not gonna
Only
take
way
no
to
for an
get him
answer.
out.
I know. It's
Right.
like I'm just gonna do this to get like him to
But
go
you've
away.
done a really, really good.
I'm known. I got one of the best sucker punches in the business. You know,
Sucker punches.
Sucker punches.
That's not a good thing to be known for.
Hell yeah, it is in the street. It is. If like you're a real street dude, you know that you don't tell somebody, hey, me and you outside.
Sure.
You might get shot. You might get killed. You know, so you learn to have like a really good sucker punch and a really good 50-yard dash.
On Ariel, years before, he goes, I'm known for sucker punching. I'm known for doing dine and dashes.
Oh. I'm known. I got one of the best sucker punches in the business. You know,
Sucker punches.
Sucker punches.
That's not a good thing to be known for.
Hell yeah, it is in the street. It is. If like you're a real street dude, you know that you don't tell somebody, hey, me and you outside.
Sure.
You might get shot. You might get killed. You know, so you learn to have like a really good sucker punch and a really good 50-yard dash.
On Ariel, years before, he goes, I'm known for sucker punching. I'm known for doing dine and dashes.
Oh. He's like Frank Yeager, what's up, bro? I
Is
used
he
to watch
cool?
your videos. Yeah, he's actually mad cool.
Yeah. Even my kid, you know, because his old YouTube videos still pop up. And Tiger, Dad, you know him? Like, yeah, I know him. He's your friend? Like, we're cool. Do you talk to him? You have to talk to him. Hey, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, he's a YouTuber. Be cool, dude.
Like you're on the show because you have a special coming out.
Correct.
That I want to talk
Thursday.
about. This Thursday? Wait, next week.
Next week, Thursday.
Okay, so this will be coming out
2
2 days.
days.
Oh, awesome. Where is it coming out?
YouTube. Decided to do YouTube.
You're a YouTube. Are you a vlogger?
No, not at all. No.
You do YouTube?
You know, try.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
We got to go to dinner.
Wait, right now?
I think so.
A 42-minute boys only episode? Is that how long? What'd you say? No, I want to hear what you're saying right now.
Dude, you know what? I'm going to tell the story about your brother. So he was at the Improv, right?
We got to go to dinner, bro.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
Yeah, he's one of the good ones. Yeah, I was doing sets with him last night. Russell Peters, who I haven't seen in forever.
One of the greats. Where would you expect me to be in? I can give you 3 guesses.
Well, you're gonna be at the podcast on Monday. I was gonna rip your.
I'll be at the
old
podcast
dick
Monday.
off.
Oh yeah.
Are you going to San Francisco?
No.
Utah.
No.
Denver.
No.
Where?
Think celebrity.
New York.
No.
Think celebrity?
Yeah.
Sundance is in around.
Nah, you fucking son of a bitch. If you need me, I'll be at Sly Stallone's house.
Oh, that's right. Oh God.
Hey, I'm a regular.
Hey, you.
No, Sly posted a
Anytime I
video.
say anything,
Sly
hey, call him Sylvester, bro.
Sorry, he's a friend of mine.
Call him Mr. Stallone.
He's a friend of mine. Sly posted a video. Look, did I hang out at his house with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Al Pacino and Dolph Lundgren? Yeah. And some other people? Yeah. Was I with Sly Stallone? Sure. You got Frank Grillo, Joe Carnahan. You got the great one, Sugar Ray Leonard. You got Sylvester Stallone, Guy Fieri. No testosterone. And Arnold in the back. He sat there.
He's tired.
He just sat there, not talking to anyone.
Oh, wow. He looks
That guy.
Oh,
Dude, I feel like this is bad luck.
This is bad luck.
Yeah,
That's when you guys were at Sylvester Stallone's house?
Yeah, you ever heard of him?
He quit inviting you guys, huh?
Yeah. No,
Well,
not
he
me.
moved to
He always
Florida.
invited me. He
No,
did
he's still
stop
here,
inviting Chris D'Elia.
And Brian?
He moved to Florida, though.
He told you that, Brian.
Yeah, he's still here.
Shit. I rape women.
That's Brian Callen.
Brian Callen, everybody.
That guy's question when hunting. Listen, I would go if it was like Cam Haines or Rogan invited me. Outside that, it just ain't for me. Prove myself, and I'd be like, yeah, let's fucking rip that thing's face
Right,
off.
yeah.
And I'd be like, I'll do it with a knife, bro.
Right,
Rogan be like, let's skin it and then jump in the cold tub. I'm like, yeah, dude, let's get naked.
Cold tub stuff freaks me out, dude. I don't want to do
Here's
that.
the thing with cold tub. Love Rogan. His cold tub looked icy as shit. Good for him. My boy Todd Feldman has a cold tub. All good. Your boy has been doing cold tubs. This isn't something new. It's this fad. I've been doing it for 15 years.
Damn.
15. I don't have one at my house.
That's
I'll
a professional athlete
I fill up
thing.
the trash can. Yeah, we've been doing this
Right.
20 years. I didn't call it. This is some real shit.
What am I even looking at here?
Yeah, it's a cold tub.
You know, I'm not on Rogan's level. This is what I do every morning. Rogan jumps in that fancy cold tub with all his millions of dollars like Scrooge McDuck. I'll show you what I do. This is the poor way. Compared to Rogan, I'm dirt poor.
We all are.
Yes, everybody is. Poor man's cold tub. Cold man's cold plunge.
Patrick Bateman.
I do it 4 times.
This is Patrick Bateman, you know?
Every morning.
And what does that do? What's the benefit?
It just makes your face less swollen because when you wake up, no matter who you are, even if you're Kim Kardashian, your face is a little swollen from sleeping. Poor man's. That's the flea market version though.
Do you
the
get
flea market Joe Rogan?
Do you get furious the moment your face touches the ice just for a split second? Or you like it?
I love it.
Okay.
I love it. Good way. I need to get a cold tub though. I really need to figure one out. That's it, kids. That's a golden hour. No, but I was doing a show at La Jolla Comedy Store in La Jolla.
Love it. Just there. One of my favorite clubs of all time.
First time doing it?
First time doing it.
One of the best clubs.
Oh,
that room's nuts.
It's insane. I don't know what it is. It's crazy.
It's the best.
The stage is great. The room's great. The staff is great.
The best ever.
One of my favorite nights of comedy I've ever had.
Yes, one of my very favorite clubs. So I'm there, I don't know, like a year ago. And I do the meet and greets after the shows.
Sure.
And this guy comes up. He has like slick back, silver hair, dope ass suit. Nobody wears shows to my, suits to my show. It's just, I'm like, what the fuck's happening there? And he's talking to me, and he goes, "You're a car guy, right?" I go, "Yeah, big car guy." And he goes, "Oh, what's your favorite?" And I go, my favorite car ever made is a GT2 RS. He goes, "Oh, those are cool." I go, "Yeah." And he goes, you ever driven one?" I go, "Yeah, I own it, man. It's my favorite car. I'm never getting rid of it." He goes, "You ever driven a Ferrari?" He had a Ferrari, his front engine though, and I'm talking about it. I go, "Not my favorite, man." He goes, "That's a shame." And I go, "Yeah, they're cool though, but I'd rather have a Porsche." He goes, "Oh, cool, man." And I go, "But I'm waiting to get on the list. I heard it's like a 10-year waiting list." He goes, "Yeah, it's fucking tough, man." I go, "All right, say less, dude." He leaves. Again, I asked to be on that list, I don't know, 7 years ago. I'm driving down somewhere in San Diego. My brother's in the car, and we're in my Bronco, and I get a call. And they go, "Hey, it's Ferrari North America. You got allocated a Ferrari. You got pushed to the front of the line. You got allocated a Ferrari." That guy was the head of Ferrari North America, and he was the biggest fan. He was just a big fan. Yeah. Same with Brian. There's light at the end of the tunnel for those guys.
Yeah, man. I love that. Where there's light, there's power.
I want to be careful what I say here. Listen, I mean, hey, man. Same with Brian. There's light at the end of the tunnel for those guys.
Yeah, man. I love that. Where there's light, there's power.
Here comes the bullshit, and no matter what he said,
They would die laughing.
Yeah, oh, they love Gadoosh.
Oh, you started doing Gadoosh?
Oh my god, I was like, "Hey, Gadoosh!"
I just said he doesn't. He's like, "You know what? We're just gonna force feed you Gadoosh and deep throat dead." He could just take whatever you gave him and just down it like deep throat Becky, just fucking Gadoosh, Gadoosh all night. And Rumble's like, "Hold up, you're just gonna come like that, Gadoosh." Homeboy.
Oh, that's yeah.
Look,
It's
he's
from a
like,
fan.
"Yeah, what's up, man? It's all good, Gadoosh."
What are you doing, dude?
I
We have
guess
to kill him.
my definition of driving loads and yours is different.
Teaching him a
When I
lesson.
say Gadoosh, it's out of my
Just
gun.
teaching him a lesson. And by the way, hey Joe, hey Rogan, my boy, how about throwing my boy's name in a hat?
I've never even talked about being a professional analyst.
Oh, I gotta call
say
Joe.
some outlandish shit,
I don't
man.
care. I'm gonna call Joe.
I might throw in a Gadoosh or balls deep, and they can't have that on Fox. I'd enjoy the food.
I'm a human heart on. By the time I get off that boat, I'm just like, where's the brothel?
I would walk in. I'd say, "Do you speak English? Because I'm about to bust."
Yeah. Where can I Gadoosh? Is there a Gadoosh house
I'm
around
sorry.
here?
I'm starving, and I don't give a fuck about food because I'm looking for some lady boys of work at this point.
Yeah, that's right.
Anything
that's right.
to
That's
put
right.
this
That's right.
flesh submarine.
Dude,
into
you don't want
someone's
to
home.
go in there.
What's up, guys? I'm Brendan Schaub. I decided to get a dog. I've always wanted a dog. I was a little nervous about it, and so despite all the warning signs everyone told me not to get a Malinois, I decided to go with that type of dog because I've always wanted one. It's my dream dog as a kid. So I got Nanny.
What's going on with your dog?
You know. Dogs are dogs, man.
Gadoosh.
Oh, bro, the way I treat hotels,
Oh,
they should.
yeah.
I'll roll in the fucking sheets. I'll shit stains on the
Oh, yeah,
towels.
I used to do that.
I make they work.
I used to do that.
They work. If I know they're coming, I'll wipe my fingers in my towel. Like if I'm eating Cheetos, I'll just wipe my hands in the bed and make sure they cleaned it.
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Because,
Yeah.
because
Make sure they cleaned it.
Because
Like
I
sex. But a silver Aquafina, bring that up.
By the way, my
So,
friends have
hey,
been
hey-
laughing at how bad you are with names.
You know what I'm saying? Give me some intel. Dad.
Sometimes I like to think when I get on a plane, people think I'm the marshal. You know, how there's a marshal on the flight. I come on that bitch, my tattoos are. I'm like, oh, they probably think I'm the marshal.
No, dude. Maybe the Marshall Mellow. Nobody thinks you're the boss.
See, Schaub was funny. That was the thing. He was always funny. He was always a fun dude to hang out with. He's silly. He's a big, giant, silly dude. You know, he's a good guy.
Listen, you know what? I'm a bad person.
Yeah,
you know
you
why?
are. You're a
I used to
very
work.
bad-
Hey, I used to work at a grocery store, and I got fired. And I used to bag the groceries, and there's a kid with Down syndrome who was bagging them too. And I hated my life and my job there, so I'd grab all the new magazines and candy and donuts, just sit in the bathroom, crumple up the magazines, and just like mess around in there, passing the minutes and the hours.
Yeah.
And then I'd put the magazines back, and finally they had a meeting, and they were like, hey, whoever the fuck is ruining the magazine and everything, you know, this is a problem. It's someone inside. It's an inside job doing this. And I thought the easy victim would be the kid with Down syndrome.
Oh, no.
I think it's Jerry.
You had just outed yourself as a terrible person.
No, but
Oh my God. I'm afraid I can't do this podcast anymore.
I'm a good guy, man. And he found out I was a fighter, and he had tears in his eyes and was telling me to stop fighting.
Who?
Casey Affleck.
Wow.
He was like, you don't need to do this, man.
Yeah.
You have so much going for you. You're a smart kid. I see you around.
Was he
here."
acting?
He didn't know you. He must have been practicing for a role.
Yep.
I think you have corrected almost entirely your speech impediment.
What are you doing? What are you?
Dude.
Come on. It's called Underwood Lopez. Underwood Family Farm.
I could tell you this. I know you've never been to Staten Island, and I know you've never been to Staten Island.
I'm going to Rhode Island soon.
So listen to me. Look at me right now. Never say that again.
Why not? I'd love to see you fight John in Africa. I'd love to see you fight Tyson Fury whenever that happens. I'd love, now that MMA is legalized in France, I'd love to see UFC in France.
Who the hell is John Africa?
But what we did is we got you some chicken sandwiches to celebrate this big win. They're in here. They're tasty.
It's weird though. Like I remember seeing this one guy who like cheats on his fucking girl all the time.
And
This
he's
guy
hit
with
on
his
you.
family.
This guy has hit on
Yeah,
you.
he slid into
He's
my
hit on you
DM.
too.
Like slid into
He's
my
hit on
DM.
you?
Yeah,
Yes,
he's in
you knowing I
everyone's
was
DMs.
with
Like
Bobby.
honestly, you need to.
Did you try to wog Annie Letterman to your truck? No, it doesn't make sense. No. It doesn't make sense. No.
Okay, so then follow up.
Why does it not make sense? Why does that? It's her perspective. Well, yeah, I can show it to you. Here's the thing. This is what's interesting. You can explain this however you want. When I notified you guys of the harassment and going back to Tiger Belly, that account stopped posting, took the Tiger Belly email off, and changed it. Never posted again.
Do you know how Reddit works?
Well, Raleigh's fun because you have winter advisory, so our flights were canceled. They want to rebook us. You got Omicron. You have school shut down. You have businesses worried. It's a perfect storm. So I went, you know what? This makes no sense for me to go out there. Well, when you do a club and you don't sell tickets, it's like you can call and complain to your agent, you can complain about the club.
all me. Yeah, yeah.
It comes down to one thing. Like, I never understand. Justin be like, dude, this, I won't say the name of the comic, but like, he just torn to me about not selling tickets. I'm like, doesn't make sense. It's on him. You're your own marketing
That's the other
machine.
thing. And don't think I don't hate myself.
It's literally
Don't hate yourself.
It's literally the fan saying, "We don't want to see you."
That makes sense. Bye.
He said he doesn't live far.
Keep scrolling down, Chin.
He doesn't live far from here. He's probably done it before, but this time he got to do it for people. It was a thrill.
That's why out of all that, you got a throat problem, huh? You can keep doing it into the mic. Hell yeah.
He's still getting over a sickness, probably, right?
Yeah, but
Oh, you're
shut
still
up.
sick?
Shut up.
You're still sick, Daddy?
No, you're annoying me.
No, you just got a throat problem.
I just
dude.
went like this.
Oh no, it's all. It's been all
it's
show.
definitely not been all show.
You want me? I'll say. You want me to do it every time so you know?
It definitely is not.
I'll do it every time you do it. Watch. Just so you're aware. I don't care. I'm used to it now, Daddy. You know what it is? It might be the mocha.
No,
Here's
man.
creating phlegm.
No, man, it's not, bro. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know sport. You got a Why do you have a Pittsburgh Steeler hat on?
Because I like the Steelers, yeah.
Are you from
I'm from Pittsburgh, yeah.
Makes sense. That's all you have to say?
Yeah, okay.
Just curious. Ready to argue. I was ready to argue.
It's from Pittsburgh, bro.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, take it easy.
Yeah, they're good.
What happened?
Nothing.
Yeah, what's up?
I was
Am I
trying to
here?
make sure you're a sports fan, you know?
Got it, okay.
Make sure you're a legit one. You know, there's
There we
guys
go.
coming here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you're a St. Louis, Cardinals fan?
Oh,
Or
let's
whatever?
go to the airport.
Steve, give me somebody.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That's how I hustled my mom. Me and my brother, Tom. I was wearing kids. You know, we love jerseys. Mom was like, what do you guys want to be for
You
Halloween?
still love jerseys, bro.
I
You
still love
freaking
them. I rock
definitely.
them all the time. Baseball, usually.
Bandwagon
And
Schaub.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's my Lord and Savior. Anyways.
Anybody.
Lopez. Lopez rings off the tongue.
And oh, by the way, as always, brought to you by Toehold, the best flip-flops on planet Earth. Expensive. We featured the Black Stingray for $1,000, home of the $1,000 flip-flop. And they're $1,000, but they should be more because they're too expensive. But everybody wants them. When you put $1,000 pair of flip-flops out there, everybody seems to want them. And I think that for me, I've never seen a dime on this company yet. Yeah. So the point is, Toehold's business model, not good.
How do you harvest black stingray meat?
How do you harvest black stingray flesh?
Yeah.
That's a really, that's a complicated thing. We got
Okay.
this from somebody from Toehold. This is a complaint. I'm going to sue you guys for burning my tender feet with your Chinese foot trap. It hurts so bad. My poor little feet are red and bleeding. What chemicals are on Toeholds?
Holy flip-flop. Welcome to PF Chang's. I'll be right with you.
How spicy would you like your Chang sauce?
Just went.
He'll eat the whole thing at 12 at night. I'd be like, oh my God, I could never handle that.
Oh, but I stay with you, and you'll throw a steak on at 1 a.m.
And a wheel of cheese and like drink a bottle of wine. You think you're better than us?
Those days
and then
are
we'll
over.
complain about like, dude, my face. I'm
Guys, those
drinking
days are over. Those days are over.
No,
If I
I'm
eat-
pretty
if I eat a
disciplined.
But you still work out quite a bit.
Yeah.
Both of you guys do.
I mean, I haven't lately. I've been really sad and stressed, but yeah, I hear you.
What is your go-to? Your guilty pleasure?
What used to
You can
be
eat anything.
sweet ice cream was my number one downfall, but I have real sensitive teeth. YouTube, which will then go to Spotify. But if you're watching that companion, you're like, man, Schaub is on one. Look at the way his brain is firing off these crazy words. His vocabulary got so much better. Well, I'm here to tell you, I'm going to give you a little inside secret here. I'm on Creatable. I'm on it right now.
Oh, really, dude?
It's outperforming because people repost saying how he's losing decision, technical submission, TKO, submission, decision. Yeah. I think Cody's about to piece this dude up. We're talking about the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl. He goes, how'd your speech go? No. Every single manager goes,
Mr. Schaub.
best set we've seen in years. He's like, dude, you're funny, man. I was like, oh, thanks, dude. You son of a bitches. I can't believe you guys put that together.
I don't see you beating Junior Dos Santos. I don't see you beating Fez.